You can always be in front of your TV, so make sure you've got that First Coast News app on your phone. All right, our next guest got a unique opportunity to take part in a first-of-its-kind event. Sports Illustrated Swimsuit hosted a series of runway shows and events at Swim Miami during Miami Swim Week, and she was one of the models featured in the show. So she joins us now to tell us all about the experience. We welcome model Shelby McLean. Welcome.
Thank you, guys.
So your story is really cool because you've been to school full time. You're working as a nurse right now. But tell us God, look at this picture of her.
Nice.
What was that like? That whole experience. Wow. I mean, Miami Swim Week is a big deal.
It was a complete dream, honestly. Like it was everything that I thought it would be and more. And that's so cliche, but I don't know how else to describe it. Just, photographers following you around, people doing your hair and makeup all the time. It was like
you loved that though. Yeah.
It was girl's dream. It's every girl's dream. It really was.
Yeah. So how did you get involved with Sports Illustrated?
So I'll first say that I buy the magazine almost every single year, and I look through it. And my brother likes that too.
Of course.
So I follow them on Instagram, and back in April they posted that they were, for the first time ever, having an open casting. So I immediately thought, oh my gosh, this is my chance. This is what I've always wanted. So I made a 60-second video. I just kind of talked about myself and that I'm a nurse, and I was wearing a bathing suit, obviously. And so I submitted it. I had no idea what was going to happen. About a month later, I got a direct message from them on Instagram, their official account.
They slid into your DMs.
Yes, it's going down in the DM.
Right, inviting me up to New York to meet with them and to take pictures and all that kind of stuff. So.
And at what point are you like, oh my God?
Oh well, the funny thing is that I submitted my video, and the next couple of days after that, I was constantly checking. And because I had no idea when they were going to make a decision or when I would know or how long they were even having this open casting on social media. So I just, actually, I hadn't checked it for a few days. And it kind of, I guess it's weird on Instagram if you're not following, or if they don't follow you, that sometimes they'll send you a message and you don't see it.
Yeah, you have to go and accept the request.
So they had actually messaged me a week earlier, and I hadn't seen it. So at that point, I was freaking out that I'd missed my opportunity, but it ended up working out.
You know what I love about your story is that you were not a real life model at the time. You just. It reminds me of the story of when it's meant to be, when it's meant for you, it is going to find a way to happen for you. That is just amazing. Can you shed a little bit more light on that?
Yeah, well, growing up, modeling was always kind of something that I wanted to pursue, but for my parents, it was school, family, and my sports. I was very involved in sports, so that was kind of the most important thing, and modeling just kind of always fell to the wayside. And I had always heard of these stories of, oh, so-and-so, they were walking the streets of New York and they got discovered, or, oh, they were just sitting at a pool and they got discovered. And I never felt like I was lucky enough for that to happen.
But you were like posing everywhere you went. You're like in the middle of the Publix.
Yeah, so here I am, 24 years old, and I still haven't been discovered yet. So yeah, this whole opportunity came up, and I just.
So how did it go when you went to New York, though? So they flew you up to New York, and you're super excited. Are there other girls there? Do you get to pick your swimsuits?
So there were 5,000 people that submitted videos.
Oh my gosh.
They picked 35 of us to come up to New York. And in New York, they split us up into two different groups. There was a morning session and an afternoon session. And basically, we met with the editors, and we had a chance to talk with them one-on-one. And then they took us downstairs, and they had all these bathing suits, racks and racks of bathing suits. And we picked one, and they took pictures of us, and they took videos of us. And it was a really fun day, just kind of being able to meet the other girls that they had picked and what they do. And I had no modeling experience at all. I mean, being up there was my very first photo shoot. So I was kind of picking their brain before, because all these other girls had modeling experience. I think maybe me and maybe one other girl didn't have any modeling experience
at all. But look at you now, honey.
Right?
So don't let that experience.
So I guess, for lack of better wording, what is the end prize? Like, are you on the cover of Sports Illustrated, or are you in the spread? Like,
no,
how does that work?
what they've told us is that it's an opportunity to be in the magazine, They haven't guaranteed a cover or anything like that. But up until this point, the 15 of us that are the top finalists that they took to Miami Swim Week, while we were there, we did shoot a campaign for Sports Illustrated is releasing their very first swimsuit line. They've never done that before.
Very cool.
So the 15 of us, we put those bathing suits on, and we spent a day at the National Hotel in Miami, and we modeled the bathing suits, and they took photos and all that.
Well, with this
Yes.
being like their first, obviously, open casting call and looking for a very diverse, all kinds of women as far as shape, size, color, what was that like for you being a part of that very inclusive casting call?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I admire Sports Illustrated so much for taking a chance on all types of bodies for women. And I think that they're really revolutionizing the industry and the swimwear industry. And I think it's awesome what they're doing.
Well, Sports Illustrated is the magazine that gave Ashley Graham, you know,
Exactly.
her big
Oh,
break,
yeah.
and she's breaking down barriers.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, so you're also a nurse. Do you think like if this is like your big modeling break, are you going to take that opportunity, or are you going to keep working as a nurse? Because you work at UF Shands, right?
Yeah, I work in the trauma ICU at Shands, and I love my job. It's night and day from modeling, that's for sure. But I would like to pursue modeling. I don't want to stop being a nurse. I would love to be able to juggle both. But
Travel
yeah.
nurse. You
Right,
can
travel
travel
nurse.
nurse. Travel nurse assistant.
Does house calls.
or even on set if they need a nurse for, you know,
Right, someone
we have
started to
our
choke on
own
something.
emergency. Yeah.
Running over in her bathing suit. I'm a nurse. Hold on, here I come.
It's one less person that they need to bring along. So.
That's very true. So they can pay you a little extra as a travel nurse. I got you, Shelby. All right, well, thank you so much for coming, and congratulations on all
Thank
the
you
success
so
so far. That's
much.
really exciting. All right, you can keep up with Shelby's journey on Instagram at Shelby McLean. And still ahead, a sneak peek at the newest edition of Flamingo magazine. We find out what hot events are coming up in the Sunshine State after the break. Beach.